Social Security cost of living has not kept up with inflation. In fact, over the last 15 years, your Social Security increase has been less than actual inflation, and here is the data to prove it. So, President Trump has a plan to fix Social Security, and here's what I think. This year, 2025, if the president wants to really put money in the pockets of seniors before the end of the year, he will fix COLA, the Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, that is about to be released on October 15 and is projected to be 2.7%. Based on this chart, it shows that over the last 15 years, seniors have been cheated out of their COLA and they've been getting less and less money. So if you're a senior citizen and you've been feeling like you can never catch a break, that you can never get ahead, because every time you get your Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, your Medicare Part B premium takes about half of it, and then the rest does not cover the real cost of living increases that you've been experiencing. If that is you, this video is for you. I'm going to explain why COLA is being held back by the formula that the government is using and what can be done to fix it today so that come October the 15th, when Social Security announces their cost of living adjustment, you will receive a cost of living adjustment that is reflective of real inflation that seniors have been experiencing. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, disability, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance issues that affect seniors both in and out of Congress. Now, if you're new here, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor, go into the comments and let me know your city and your state, because I like to know where you guys are watching my broadcast from. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, welcome back. I am glad you are here. We have a lot to cover. So let's dive right in to one of the big problems that I think a lot of people in Congress are missing about the realities of what seniors are facing right now. So this is a study done by University of Michigan, and it's looking at how seniors are struggling to make ends meet. It shows that 53% of seniors are reporting feeling stressed about their personal finances. That's more than half of seniors. And then you go to 52% of seniors, here's the critical part, have cut back on everyday expenses, including gas, groceries, utilities, personal items, home maintenance, and social and recreational activities. Now, if you are in retirement, you're in retirement to enjoy, your hard-won, break from working every day. You are retiring to enjoy things that you were not able to enjoy while you were working full time. And part of that is social and recreational activities. And the fact that seniors are cutting back on that is not surprising because they're cutting back on food, they're cutting back on gas, they're cutting back on utilities. So that tells me that the problem runs deeper. And then they said 47% said they have been impacted by inflation by a great deal. Then you look at this, another headlines, which is from Investopedia recently. It said Social Security recipients struggle. Nearly 1/3 cut back on essentials amid rising costs. So all of this chart is saying the same thing. But here's the critical one I wanted to share with you. This is from the Senior Citizens League. It is showing that COLA has rarely beaten inflation since 2010. And so if you look at this data and the analysis that the Senior Citizens League did, they have calculated that seniors are owed right now $370 increase because of the fact that cost of living adjustment for Social Security has not kept up with inflation since 2010. So, what does all of this mean for you? What should you make of all this? Well, I think the number one thing that the president needs to fix in order to even give seniors a fair chance of being able to survive in this inflation environment, but also get back what is owed them, is to fix, number one, the calculation or the formula that is used to calculate the Social Security cost of living adjustment. And you're probably thinking, what should you care, or why should you care about a formula that is used to calculate cost of living adjustment. Wouldn't the government just do the right thing and give the seniors the increase they deserve? Well, you're wrong. I don't think the government is being malicious, or I don't think the government is meaning to harm seniors in any way. But here is the fact. Since 1970s, they've been using an inflation index that over time has proven to not truly reflect the cost of living experiences of seniors. And let me prove it to you. And so I'm going to share my screen again, and I have more data that I want to share with you regarding Social Security cost of living adjustment. By the way, the number you see on your screen, 443-293-0080, is the number, or is our text number, is our text message platform. And so if you are a senior citizen and you want to stay on top of all the news updates, not just the news update, but what is behind the news, how does it impact you and your retirement and your finances, text Insider to 443-293-0080, and you'll be added to my text list, and I will be keeping you up to date on anything in and out of Congress that is going to affect your benefits and your retirement. So that is the number that you see displayed on the screen. Now, let me go and look for the files that I wanted to share with you today. So first of all, let's talk about the realities of COLA today. So the government is saying, based on the Senior Citizens League, they are predicting that cost of living adjustment for 2026 is going to be 2.7%. And you're probably thinking, just 2.7%? Why is it not more? Well, you're right. But this is based on the formula that the government is using to calculate your cost of living adjustment. So this year, 2025, you got 2.5%. Next year is going to be 2.7%. That is what is projected. The official number is going to come on October 15th. That's why I wanted to record this video and then give you guys an idea of why I think the priority for the president is to fix cost of living adjustment if he wants to really set seniors up for success and bring relief for seniors, because this has been a problem that has been compounding and compounding and compounding, and I'll show you why. So the next thing I want to share with you is the inflation information and why you're seeing the cost of living adjustment that you're seeing on the screen. So here is the inflation data so far this year. You can see that the government is saying that inflation is at 2.9%. Now your Social Security cost of living adjustment is being projected at 2.7%. So just off the bat, that there is a disconnect there, but the disconnect is even bigger. I'm not saying that your cost of living adjustment has to be exactly what the inflation is, because your cost of living adjustment looks at the third quarter of the year, July, August, September, and then it compares it to the third quarter of last year. And then if there's an increase, your Social Security cost of living are adjusted. So I'm not saying that your COLA should be exactly the inflation number, but I'm saying that there's a trend going on, and is that inflation has been rising since the beginning of the year. And so that means that seniors are experiencing rising costs. And so the rising cost is reflected in a lot of things that seniors are about to feel that is not being talked about. For example, let's look at Medicare costs. Okay, medical costs has been running rampant, and now we have evidence. The Social Security trustees came up with a report on what they suggest for Medicare Part B and Part D premiums next year, 2026. Well, look at this. Medicare Part B premium is going to go up by 11.6%. Medicare Part D base beneficiary premium is going to go up by 6%. Medicare Part B deductible is going to go up by 12%. Medicare Part D deductible is going to go up by 4.2%. And Part D catastrophic threshold is going to go up by 5%. So let's look at what you see on the screen right now, and then look at what is being projected for your Social Security cost of living adjustment. If medical care, which is one of the big things that seniors spend their money on, is rising at this rate, but then your Social Security check, which is your Social Security increase, is going to rise at this rate, there is definitely a disconnect somewhere. and I figured out where that disconnect is. So stay with me. So there is a formula that the government is using to calculate your Social Security cost of living adjustment. And I'm going to get a little bit technical here, but guys, it is important for you to understand. I'm going to explain it in detail. And I think, once you see what I'm trying to get at, I think we can all agree that something needs to be done. So what you see on your screen is three columns, right? The left column is the CPIW. That is the current formula that the government uses to calculate your Social Security cost of living adjustment. Okay. Then the right hand side is the new formula, CPIE. E stands for elderly. That is being proposed as the new formula to calculate your Social Security cost of living adjustment. Why is that necessary? And I'm going to point out three things. I know this is all more details than you probably wanted to know, but I'm trying to build a case that the formula needs to change. And everything I've talked about before, up until this point, is important for you to know before we look at this formula so that it will make sense to you. Now, what they've done is that the formula, I'm telling you that during the third quarter of the year, they look at a basket of goods and services compared to the third quarter from the previous year. And if prices have gone up, they adjust your Social Security benefits up. If prices have gone down, they leave your benefits the same. Okay. But the formula they use is weighted. It means that they are assigning importance to certain items on that list of goods and services that they are tracking. And so in the current government formula, which I've showed you, housing has been assigned 41 points, all of it out of 100. Transportation has been assigned 19 points. Food and beverage has been assigned 15. Medical care, which seniors depend on and spend a lot of money on a lot, has been assigned just 6 points. Why? Because this formula is looking at the lifestyle of urban wage earners and clerical workers, people who live in urban areas, who are in the workforce. This is what they spend their money on. But this formula is being used to calculate cost of living adjustment for seniors. And so a lot of people, including people in Congress, there are actually two bills. One of them is the Social Security Expansion Act, which I'm going to share with you very shortly, which is proposing that we change this formula to a CPIE, cost Social Security CPI, Consumer Price Index for the elderly. Why? Because the CPIE will give more weight to things that seniors spend most of their money on. It will give 48 points to housing instead of 41. It will give 13 points to transportation because seniors are not, spending that much money on transportation like the average worker. And then it will give the most important thing, medical care will almost double in points to 11 points instead of 6 points. And so when you do all of that, now you are tracking the things that seniors are spending most of their money on, and you are weighting it appropriately. There are other changes that are there, but I wanted to discuss those three with you. And so once you do that, then you can look at cost of living adjustment and be able to make adjustment that truly reflects what seniors are facing when it comes to. So if you feel like your COLA hasn't caught up with inflation, or you can never get ahead, is because of this. And so that is the proposal. Now, how does that become law? Well, there is a proposal. There is actually a bill called the Social Security Expansion Act. I am going to show you the bill because it's actually active in Congress right now, and it is in the 119th Congress, which is the Congress that we are in right now. So let me pull that up for you so that you can see. So currently we are in the 119th Congress, and the Social Security Expansion Act is a bill that is currently before Congress. So why is it important that I share that with you? Well, it's because I want to bring you receipts. I am all about showing you evidence where I'm getting my information from so that you know that this is real and is happening. So the Social Security Expansion Act is in Congress. This is the Senate version of it. There is a House version. It's S770. You can go read all of it, but I have a summary, and I'm going to highlight one aspect of that summary that tries to solve this cost of living adjustment issue. So I'm going to share my screen again and go into the section in the Social Security Expansion Act summary that talks about COLA and how they want to fix it. So here it is. And let me share my screen again, and then we'll take a look at it together. So this is the final piece of the puzzle of everything I wanted to share with you, but I wanted to build a case systematically so that you can understand where I'm coming from, and that I'm not making this out of thin air. I am trying to lay the foundation so that when I get to this, you understand why this is important. Why should you care? Because now when you're talking to your congressperson and you're talking about fixing Social Security, you have information to bring to their attention that the first place they need to start is COLA, cost of living adjustment, because the formula is not helping, and that they need to move to CPIE that reflects the actual cost of living that seniors are experiencing. So let's read this together. So it says that increase, that's the key phrase, increase cost of living adjustment. This bill would more accurately measure the spending patterns for seniors by adopting the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, CPIE. Older Americans, by and large, are not going out and on a spending spree, buying big screen TVs, laptops, or other high-tech gadgets. Rather, they spend a disproportionate amount of their income on healthcare. Remember, I told you that prescription drugs, which will be reflected in the formula for calculating COLA under this legislation. So that is the key there. By reflecting the right weight of what you're experiencing, the Social Security cost of living adjustment that you would receive would then reflect your actual living condition and things that you're experiencing in terms of rising costs. And that way, you are not behind every time, and that you have an opportunity to actually get ahead, and not feel like you're always, you get that little Social Security increase and then it goes away, and then you don't know where the money went because Medicare Part B premium took a whole chunk of it, and then the rest, got eaten up by other inflation, including housing inflation, grocery inflation that is not being properly weighted. So that is the main thing I wanted to share with you. And before I let you go, let's talk about Medicare. Okay, let's talk about Medicare for a second, because you see the number on your screen is to our partner, Chapter Medicare. Now, I am on a mission this year, a big mission, to help 100,000 seniors get peace of mind about Medicare. Why is that important? Well, it is because you've earned Medicare, you've paid into it. You might as well get the best benefit out of it. But a lot of seniors think the government is just going to put you in the best Medicare plan. No, the government is not generous in doing that for you. They want you to go figure it out. There's 24,000 plans, and they want you to sort it out. That's why 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan, and I want to help you fix that. How am I doing that? By educating you through videos like this, by creating and sharing important Medicare guides that will give you more information to make informed decisions, and by connecting you to the best Medicare support and resources. And here's the deal. If you are not in the right Medicare plan, it's going to cost you money. The average senior is spending about $6,000 a year out of pocket costs just on Medicare. And it could cost you your health. There is nothing worse than needing medical care and not having the right health care because you are in the wrong Medicare plan. Or that things change with your plan and you were not even aware of it and you stuck with it and then you found out later. And so, how can you fix this? Well, there's a lot of moving parts about Medicare. That's why I'm on this mission, because every time I turn on the news, go online, there is a Medicare story that is going to impact millions. Here's one of them: 1 million patients lose coverage as insurers, hospitals drop Medicare Advantage. United Health dropping some Medicare Advantage plans, impacting 600,000 people. Hospitals are also changing. Samaritan Health dropping Medicare Advantage plans at the end of the year. And the Trump administration is paying attention because Medicare advisory company have been steering seniors the wrong way, because they are pushing seniors into plans because they get kickbacks or they get more profit. And so they are leading seniors into specific plans that may not be the best plan for them. And that is what I want to fix. So we have partnered with Chapter Medicare because I do my research, like you already know. And Chapter is different from the other companies for one reason that drew me to them. And that is that they are not there to push you any specific plan. They are there to be in your corner and present you all the options that are available to you, and then you make the decision. So today I want you to call the number you see on your screen, 539-205-2147. And if you would rather they call you, you can fill out a quick form at askchapter.org/insight. I'm going to put the link in the comments. I'm going to put the link also in the description to this video. Fill out that form. It's 1 minute and they will reach out to you. But here's the thing. We've sent over 2,500 of our viewers like you to Chapter, and they've had amazing experience. They've gotten that peace of mind about Medicare that I've been talking about. And how do they do that? Because if you call them, they will look at your current plan. And if you're in the right plan, they will tell you. If you're in the wrong plan, they will present you all the options that are available to you to help you make an informed decisions. These are the people you're going to be talking for. They are licensed agents that are ready to talk to you. And Chapter is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. You can look at it for yourself. And tons of 5-star reviews that we've gotten back from all the people that we've sent to them. And the best part, they can save you $1,100 on average on your Medicare. And in today's hyperinflation environment, there is nothing better than saving $1,100 that you can put towards other things. So, guys, this is a no-brainer. Give Chapter a call, 539-205-2147, and they will set you right, especially during this open enrollment where everything is about to change again, and you have to review everything and pick a new plan. Make sure you get that peace of mind about Medicare that I am talking about, that I think will make your life so much easier, knowing that if there's a medical issue that you need help with, that you are actually in the right plan for it. So that is a big deal. So call Chapter today and you're not going to regret it. I know it. So, and the last thing I want to talk about is exciting news that I've been sharing over the last couple of weeks that I think you are going to like. And it is the fact that we have launched a community for seniors. And here's the thing. A lot of seniors, want to learn more about how they can improve their retirement, how they can live a stress-free retirement. But the things that on YouTube, you don't get everything. YouTube does not show in everything. Even the things that we create, you don't see everything. And so you're missing out on things, deals and perks that you deserve in retirement that you have earned. And so my mission is to minimize your stress and maximize your retirement. And so I created this online community for seniors age 55 plus that will help you unlock every dollar, every discount, and every advantage from Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and other personal finance areas that you may be missing out on. And here's the thing. This is a community where you can feel seen, heard, and get your questions answered. So what do you get as part of paying for this community? Well, it's exclusive weekly videos to maximize your benefits, monthly money saving tips from me and my team, step-by-step resource guides. We have a ton of guides about to show you, live Q&A sessions with me and other experts, and a supportive, friendly community that helps you thrive in retirement. Here is what the community looks like. I create videos that I post there specifically that are not anywhere else but in the school community. And I answer your questions. You can ask me any question and I'll respond to you directly, like this person did, where they asked me something about Social Security work requirements. I did the research and responded specifically to her. And so this is one of the biggest bonus that you'll get is that all the guides that we've created, if you go to our YouTube store, there's a paid guide section that we're selling all these resources. You get all of them for free. And if you want to know what are in these guides, here's a few of them that I want to highlight. How can you make extra money, $500 to $1,000? Seniors have been asking me all the time how they can make extra money. I created a guide for that. Social Security and Medicare changes. I'm going to do a 2026 version that I'm going to post soon, and you want to get your hands on that. AI, how can seniors use AI to improve their lives? I created a whole guide to help you secrets to boost your social security. If you're still getting social security benefits, you can still boost your benefits. You can increase your check. There are tips and techniques that I've shared in this guide that help you do that. Senior banking resources, big beautiful bill. How does it affect seniors? All that is in there available to you for free by being a member of this community. The best senior discounts in 2025. All of that in this simple guide that walks you through what you're missing out on in terms of senior guides and perks and advantages that you have as a senior citizen on Social Security that you may not even know about. Medicare cheat sheet. We're about to enter open enrollment. What should you know about Medicare? All of that is in there, etc. And we have a lot of templates, a lot of worksheets, how to pay off debt, how to if you're spending money and you don't know where your money is going, this spending leak finder will help you. It takes 15 minutes to fill out the form and you'll be able to see where your money is going, etc., etc. So here's what the community looks like. There's about 200 people now as I'm recording right now that have already joined. And you can see it's very engaging. We did a 30-day walking challenge recently. We have a recipe swap page. There's content on, Social Security, personal finance, Medicare, exclusive content. And then there's a Q&A section. You can ask me questions directly. I'll do the research and I'll answer your questions. So this is a no-brainer, guys. If you want to be part of this community, go to school.com/benefits insider. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the comments. And I think that you'll find so much value that immediately when you sign up, you are going to get your money, all of your money back, because the guides alone, you're going to make your money back because the guides alone that we've put in there is worth over $200. So what you're paying on a monthly basis to be part of this community pales in comparison to the value that you're going to get. And in those guides, in all of the 20 guides that I've put out there, there's over $2,500 in savings in them alone. So in addition to being part of an amazing community and being able to engage with me directly and ask questions and get your questions answered, this is an amazing community to be part of and learn from other seniors that are going exactly where you are going, trying to minimize stress, maximize their retirement, and get all the advantages, perks, and discounts that you deserve. So go to school.com/benefits insider and check us out there. So if you like everything you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on another video tomorrow. Thank you for watching.